Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes.
Now we're cooking. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Dalvin Cook. He's back and coming off a big game a weekend ago, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Houston Texans. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
On first down, Dobbins. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The headshots here, the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Texans send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 23. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Back to throw here. The open man is Westbrook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. On the defensive side here, the starters for the Texans. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here now the starters defensively for the Vikings. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
We had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what was fun to me was hear him say, I like what we did, but we need more pressure on the quarterback this week. What he wouldn't tell us, though, was how he was going to create it. Is it going to be just the front 4? Is it going to be 3? Is he going to bring linebackers, secondary? This will be fun to check out.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That was a third and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Set, ready, 50, plant. Check, 55.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
2nd and 11. This one caught by Crowder. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he finds Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The numbers for Crowder a week ago: 5 catches, 66 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll drop the throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And Justin Coleman brings him down. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They come out here in the eye. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On first down, it's Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Cook. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I want to take that course.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now the Texans defense, they get ready here. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side. I missed that. Totally missed it.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Oh, yeah, and here we go.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. Well, the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
We play to win. Let go.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They run the counter. Dobbins. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Down. 18 Gator. 53. Mike. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They'll look to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. Smith has it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 5. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears played well a week ago. They're doing it again as they try to run their mark to 2-0. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington, and the Lions have opened it up, leading now by a couple of touchdowns. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
60 or.
Starting the third quarter with Cook. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Ready. 70, Indy. Pick it up.
On first down, Slade. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Turn 2 stop.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. The Patriots have added on as they extend their lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
60 outlaw.
Number 53. Mike 53.
On 2nd down, Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end, can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Where's the set? 19. Line up, go. Kill. Line up, go. Out, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally if he misses, it's accuracy, not length. Because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot. Maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Watson now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
False start, offense.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They run. Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. Here's Watson. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, Watson. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To the air yet again. Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral.
A big rush by the Texans, and they block it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Texans get a bit closer.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
That's it, baby. We go.
The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, and knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Sliding out of the pocket. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side, Slade. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
We play to win. Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. On 1st down, Watson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Here's Watson.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This is caught, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That game has gone final in Foxborough, and it was the Patriots that wound up winners in that one. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year.
Check, 53's mine.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Check, check, check.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. Slade, and past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they take a knee. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Hey. 4 down. Now.
And they will take a knee here. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Vikings, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day. With you, man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride, lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better